Hi there, my name's Oriana Bretschger. I'm the CEO and founder at Aquacycl, and welcome to Wastewater Wednesday. So today we're going to talk about surcharges, and this can be an extremely complicated topic, and it is very regionally specific. But to talk about surcharges at a higher level, let's just kind of break down the different ways that a customer can be billed by city municipality for their wastewater. So when you look at your sewer bill and your water bill, and often those two things are going to be combined, you're going to see a lot of different numbers with a lot of different charges next to it. And if you're an industrial discharger, you're going to fall into a number of different categories depending on the amount of volume that you're putting down the drain and what it is that you're putting down the drain. So what the city is typically going to do is negotiate with you as an industrial client within their region. And you guys will come to an agreement relative to what's allowed to go down the drain, and that's going to be based on the meter. So that's going to measure your volume in real time that's connected to the sewer. And that's also going to be dependent on samples that they collect from your facility when you're starting up and when you're operating. Now, depending on the city, they may come out and take a sample from your industrial flows. It could be once a month, it could be once a quarter, it could be once a week, it could be once a day. You are also going to be responsible for self-sampling and self-reporting on some occasions. So what's important to measure, if you're sampling or if the city is biological oxygen demand, or BOD, and total suspended solids, or TSS. Now what the city's going to do is they're going to measure your flow, right? And there's going to be some gallons per month, and that's typically going to be reported to you as HCF, or 100 cubic feet. Very strange value of a unit, but that's what we do in the US. And so you're going to have your hundreds of cubic feet, which is measured by the city. And then you're going to have some measure of BOD that's associated with the sample that they took. And that's going to be written out as milligrams per liter. They're also going to have an analysis for that TSS in milligrams per liter. Now you're going to see those numbers. You're going to see BOD, a number, TSS, a number, HCF, and a number. And then depending on the rate, which is typically quantified as pounds of BOD per day or per month, and pounds of TSS per day or per month, there's going to be some fraction of a dollar associated with every pound. And there's usually a different rate for BOD and TSS because biological oxygen demand and suspended solids are handled differently in a treatment facility. So one thing to keep in mind about these rates, so your surcharge, which is billed per BOD and TSS, even your metered flow, is that those rates can change. And they can change at any point in time, sometimes without warning. And so you can see an escalation, sometimes an average of 8% year over year, depending on your geography. And we're seeing now here in 2024, we're seeing some rates elevate up to 40% against what they were last year in some geographies. So pay attention to those bills, reach out to your city utility to try to get a better understanding of what's happening next, and talk to Aquacycl to see if we can help you prevent some of those escalating charges. So how does Aquacycl help? Well, we'll be industrial pre-treatment on your site. So essentially, we'll take your process flows, we'll treat them, we'll remove anywhere from 85 up to 99% of that BOD and TSS, and then we'll send our effluent down the drain. So when the city comes to sample, they're going to sample a pre-treated wastewater effluent, which is going to send your surcharges way down. So your net savings could be anywhere from 20 to 60% with an on-site pre-treatment system. So when you're looking at your bill and you see all of these crazy numbers written down, what you want to look for are your BOD, which is your surcharge extra to what your volume is, and then your TSS, and that's also going to be extra. When you see those values go up, you want to call somebody like Aquacycl to help you bring them down.